How's it going, guys? Andrew here.
And Caleb.
Welcome to another LCR podcast.
Caught me off guard. I was going to hit you with the countdown again.
It's the OG. It's the two of us. This is weird. When was the last one?
Shoot. Put me on the spot like that. I really don't know.
Whatever Endgame, before Endgame, the Marvel one.
Oh, shoot, it was. No, we filmed that before, so it was whatever came after that.
Oh.
What was in between the... We're off topic. We'll think of that later.
Okay, yeah, sorry, guys. We'll look at it after we're done doing our initial thoughts. What movie did we see?
The freaking Lion King.
What? No.
If you guys couldn't tell, week 2 of topical items in the front. What does this have to do with anything? Well, you'll find out. But yeah, we saw Lion King, and we will be talking about...
I got my little Sora lion.
I feel like that does need to be explained to some people.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts, okay?
That doesn't look like his regular mane.
I have no pop of Lion King, but I have Sora Lion from Kingdom Hearts 2. Yes.
And since we saw this movie kind of late, we're going to be doing our initial reaction into the podcast, and we'll talk about some big Comic-Con stuff.
Yeah, that went down.
Was this weekend.
Go check out our trailer reactions if you haven't. We might talk about it for like a minute, but there's some stuff from Marvel. Just some little things about Marvel.
If you might have heard, some things happen.
Anyways.
And then we'll get into nice spoiler talk for Lion King later, even though...
Was there anything new?
Never mind. In-depth
in-depth conversation. There are no spoilers.
I'm too used to saying spoiler section.
So this movie has been getting a lot of hate. It's been...
And do you think it's warranted after watching it?
After watching it, no, because...
It deserves some things.
It deserves some things, but the biggest thing is that, like, Disney showed us that this is going to be straight for straight shot. Pretty much, this is going to be the movie, just in a different... It's going to be remastered, okay? And games have been doing that a lot recently. And I guess when watching this movie and you look at the other Disney movies and you're like, well, they added stuff, they took things away. This movie really didn't do any of that. They might have added a few lines of dialogue to make it more like 2019. They did add a song. They
took out and put in little.
Very little. Like, right now I can recall, like, in Beauty and the Beast, they added, like, a few good scenes, especially one with, like, her mom and, like, the Black Plague and, like, that book that could make you travel to go anywhere.
Be Our Guest? That was nice.
That was nice.
We'll get into that.
And in Aladdin, Iago was the serpent, which was stupid. But I'm just like on the spot now. But the whole like
Aladdin was still close to the source material, but
then they added that one goofy prince. From
Germany.
Yeah, and they added that whole plot line of how Jafar wanted to be the
and the song was a lot more intrusive. The new song, whereas the new song in Lion King. It blended in, and it was only there for 30 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't like an entire song, but I still was like, I kind of just want Hans Zimmer's score.
Right.
That I was missing because I know that pretty much if you've seen The Lion King and you know it pretty well, you can kind of just envision the cartoon with this and just have them kind of mesh together because it pretty much looks and feels exactly the same. And I guess that my biggest thing I liked about this was that it is amazing. You're looking at this and it's all CGI and live action or not.
It's literally Lion King and Planet Earth.
Yeah,
just merged together.
It is pretty much if animals could act, this is what they would be doing. It's like you just said, it's pretty much if Planet Earth made a movie.
And I think that's really justifies it because everyone and their mother's like, this movie shouldn't have been made. Why was it made? I think that is enough reason for it to be made.
But for me, I really didn't make that assumption until I was watching the movie. When I was seeing the trailer, I was just like, I get it because we're in this renaissance now of remaking the movies.
I also think, do you think a lot of that is because this is the third live action movie this year? If it was by itself, do you think it'd you'd
I
be a little
honestly,
different.
yeah, I think they're trying to do this, like, they're doing the same thing as Marvel. Thank God Star Wars never got on that level. It got very close.
What do you mean? Oh, like saturation?
Having, like, 2 movies a year.
Yeah.
Could you imagine having 2 or 3 Star Wars movies a year? That'd be awful. Like, and now we're having these remakes.
Maybe if we had more, like, extended universe stuff, maybe.
Maybe, but
like major characters like Han Solo and the plans of the Death Star.
There's still going to be Lady and the Tramp. It's going to be Disney Plus. So there's going to be technically 4 live action remakes this year. And that's, I think, a lot. And next year, isn't there like 4? Or is it 3 again?
Is Little Mermaid going to make 2020?
I don't know. Definitely Mulan. I assume Little Mermaids because that's the one they're talking about next. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, if they got the casting done, they could start production late this year. It could probably. Or they could get like principal photography stuff this year and finish it up.
To reel it back, yes, I do think that a big thing is Disney is just shoving down these movies really fast, and critics aren't really liking them.
Yeah, I do feel like a lot of the score is the oversaturation.
Yeah, like,
and that's not fair. You should be able to judge a movie off that alone, not because this is the 3rd live action remake you've seen this year.
So, since like it is nice that we've like we saw it today's Sunday. We saw it, so it's been out in theaters for like 3 days now.
Mm-hmm. I still like the theater was packed.
Yeah, as of today, it's 54% rotten, with a audience score of 89%.
And there you go again. We're so sick of critics this year, man. There have been too many instances.
I know I love to joke about them, but yeah, like, it's just
like you're losing a lot of credibility.
Yeah. Hold on, right here. Aladdin 56% and 94%. So Ooh. People really liked not the classic Dumbo live action. Okay, people didn't like Dumbo. 46% and 51%. So
that's what I just don't understand.
I love Dumbo. Yeah, I still think Dumbo is my favorite this year out of all the live action.
I think if it was just Dumbo and Aladdin or Dumbo and Lion King, it would have been fine because Aladdin and Lion King are like the two biggest Disney animated movies.
We got these 3 movies in a span of 5 months?
Yeah.
March, May, July?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially, that's just way too much. And technically you're getting Maleficent as well. You can kind of say that that's a live action Disney, not a remake, but a live action Disney movie.
Mm-hmm. I will give that credit that that's more of an original idea.
Yeah, it is. So
I mean, shit, the first movie was too.
Yeah, it just has a Sleeping Beauty in it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on the fence about seeing this movie, not going to name any names, but just go in knowing that it's literally the same movie
mm-hmm.
and that it's not going to be better than the cartoon, but you can still appreciate it for different aspects.
What remake is going to be better than the cartoon? I had this thought while watching the movie of like, why is that okay for movies, but like video games are different? Like remakes for video games can be better, and I think that's just like a graphical issue. I don't think in the case of movies, the original's never going to be beat.
No, because
unless the original is awful.
Yeah, that's true.
And then why would you make a movie or a remake for a movie that was awful?
Exactly. Always the one that comes to my head is The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing was a remake from Things from Outer Space. But you look at that movie that was in like the 50s and you're like, well, duh, that came out 30 years later, like in way back, like back then.
When like film had like a revolution with technology.
Yeah, so that I can see, but this, like the Lion King cartoon was groundbreaking for 2D animation, and
unless this was like a 2D remake and they like went balls to the wall, like quality has to be amazing, fluidity, vocals and whatnot, then maybe it could be better than the original. And but then why would you make it?
When you bring up like why people like say like the remakes can't be better, but in video games they kind of can, I think it's because when you look at a remake, there are so many different aspects in the original. You have the look of it, you have the songs, you have the voice work, and usually for a video game, people reprise their roles because it's just their voice. It's not like they're acting.
And usually the voice in the video game aren't as big of a deal. But like in a movie, people want their original voices.
And I guess that's one of my biggest gripes with this movie is why couldn't you just hire all the cast back, or a good majority of them? And we'll get into it because there are characters that I thought were good, but I didn't think any character in this new Lion King movie was better than any character in the original.
Yeah.
To just state that now. Also,
I will make a hot take and say that Zazu is probably the closest one.
okay, you're right. He was pretty funny in this one. I was chuckling a lot when he was first introduced.
It took me a minute to get used to John Oliver because I watched his show a lot late last week tonight. And so the part where he screamed like it's the news, like it's from his show, I was like, that took me out of it a little bit, but
I enjoyed
it.
I assume that was a reference. I have never watched the show, but I assume that was like a little inside joke. Here's my hot take. I feel like we're going to end it here so people have to watch the rest of the podcast later. I thought Donald
Glover
was the worst. I thought adult Simba was the worst character in the movie.
All right.
So those are my thoughts. Go see the movie. Don't. Give Disney your money, or don't. You're going to go see 5 more movies this year that Disney owns, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And Disney Plus is going to be amazing. So,
hopefully.
Dude, we're about to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, if you want to listen to the rest in between, we're going to talk about Comic-Con, what went down.
Yeah, we're probably going to be talking about that for a while. But we will have
Marvel.
time codes so you guys can skip around if you are not interested on certain things.
Yeah. And so we'll be talking about that, and then we'll go back to our more in-depth thoughts of The Lion King, what we liked, what we didn't like. Will this be Alita all over again? Will it be worse? Will it be better? We'll find out.
I was going to spoil it, but like, cliffhanger. Come on, you got to listen to it.
Alrighty, guys. We'll be right back.
Beep, 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 beep. Ow, this fucking button.
Yeah, little metal piece.
Why is there a button in the middle?
I always hated those.
Like, what? Also, do you think it'd look weird without it? Because that's like not having nipples on your chest.
You're right.
It's a hat nipple.
The hat nipple.
It's a hat nipple. Welcome back, guys.
We're back. Will that make the podcast?
I kind of wanted to.
I kind of wanted to too. That was pretty funny.
Interesting.
So something big went down. Every year it's happened.
Sadly, we couldn't be there.
Oh, of course not. Because
I'm gonna say it. We're gonna be there next year.
Oof.
Come on, start saving now. We're gonna be there next year.
We just have to buy the tickets. I don't care. I can put myself in debt. We just have to make sure we buy the tickets.
They can't be that expensive, dude.
No. It's just like they sell out so fast.
Oh, true.
That's the thing. Like, that's the.
We're talking about Comic-Con.
Yeah,
San Diego
Comic-Con happened this past weekend, and it was kind of like the worst time for our channel.
Is it just the weekend, or
Yeah.
is it okay?
I think it's.
It ended today.
Yeah, today was the last day. I think it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And for some reason, I thought it was this week. Like, I thought it was this weekend.
Oh.
But anyways, I went on
That's still
vacation.
July.
And
As
Matt
well as Matt
went home.
who's
He's
not
still
here.
home. But Caleb and I cranked it out. We reacted to 4 things.
Oh shoot! I didn't even tell you. I told this idea to Matt because we knew it was gonna come out, and so I was like, "Shoot, we gotta do a reaction for that." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna do it by myself. And you know how I'm gonna do it?" I said, "I'm gonna do it like the clone video, and make it like a sketch."
That would have been
either I probably would have just like done like 2 of me, and then like record the first one, and then like put like an earbud or something in it, so like I can actually like interact with it and be on sync with it. And I mean, it would have been like a little ungenuine, but like it's half reaction, half sketch, and that would have been kind of funny.
It would have been funny because you could have made it apparent that nobody was here or whatever, and you're just like, well,
You know, I want to put a pin in that.
Put it somewhere else
for the future.
For next time if we're out of town. But anyways, we reacted to some trailers, but a lot more news came out, and so we're just gonna kind of talk about little things.
Should we? Yes. Okay.
And then we're gonna get into the thick haulage of Marvel.
Saturday was. It looked like it was going to be pretty lackluster. That was Marvel's day, and it looked pretty weak. And then
that night,
yeah, the night.
Because I remember I was at work and I texted him and I'm like, "What's going on?" Because I thought there was gonna be like a trailer or 2, you know, at least something for us to react. And Caleb's like, "It's pretty dry." And then like an hour or 2 later, I check my phone and I just see boom, boom, boom. Like, oh my gosh.
Because like literally, it was like, is this why they not wanted to come? Because they had nothing to show.
But they had stuff to show. So for all the trailers that came out, It Chapter 2 we talked about.
Yeah.
And it's the final trailer. Is this like the only movie that ever have just like 2 trailers for a movie?
I think this is kind of a trend going on. I think Hollywood's kind of catching on.
Sorry if you hear noise. We have like a pool party happening that we're not invited
It's
to
pretty
apparently. Sorry, what did you say though? Is a trend for what?
I do think that's a trend because I've noticed that like the 3rd trailer hasn't been coming out for
I like it.
Recent
2
movies.
trailers. That's fine by me.
And I do understand that like it is a marketing thing that you do need to drop that trailer a few weeks before because you have to remind the casuals about it. Mm-hmm. And so even though it's annoying for us, it's a good business move.
And then just do 30-second clips, you know?
Yeah.
Like I saw a 30-second clip for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and there was like a little like 8-second clip of New Dollar I haven't seen, and I was like, I'm so excited.
And like again, I would rather have 3 trailers for a movie that I have no idea what's going on than 1 trailer that spoils the whole movie.
Like another trailer that dropped, 21 Bridges.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But that one did a better job.
It did a better job, but
Too little, too late.
yeah, you should have shown this trailer first, and then never even shown the first trailer. But we didn't need to react to that.
I
And
still
then
feel like
also
that's going to be a fun movie to watch.
They didn't have say the producers of boom, 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 which is so cringy and cheesy.
It would have been cool if like they were the directors, because then like boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that
was
made
good editing.
That would have made more sense if it said
Besides the spoiling, that trailer was pretty cool.
the directors of these 3 mega
Not the
blockbusters.
producers.
Yeah, no, producer means squad.
I do
James Cameron.
I do think it's like a blurred line because like James Cameron probably had a lot to do with Alita.
But
with-
probably not Dark Fate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like
It's just
you don't
a hit
know.
or miss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how invested were they, or did they just get Black Panther another job? Who knows?
Yep.
Sorry, Chadwick.
Controversy.
Top Gun, another trailer dropped, and you guys hate it. Apparently, you guys don't like our reaction. So.
Yeah. I think we just got all the fanboys
Yeah.
of Top Gun. I'm sorry, one of us hasn't seen it and the other doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I'm not going to tell you why I don't remember it, but I don't remember it.
Things are going on.
Medical issues. Then there was the Terminator Dark
Sorry,
Fate
we don't like your volleyball movie.
which was a little behind the scenes of Dark Fate.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of swearing in it. I think they were like trying to hint that this is going to be a rated R movie
They
or
make
something.
it sound like this is going to be the best Terminator ever.
Right? It's not going to be. I'm pretty sure that's what they did last
It's going to be
time.
the most action you've ever seen in this movie.
Yeah, no. You had Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie. We personally,
I'm glad we didn't react to that because, oh my god, you haven't seen it in the movie.
yeah, we had not seen those before. I haven't even seen Clerks. Oof, on my part.
Same. I've seen like bits and pieces, but like 10 minutes total.
Yeah,
Probably.
so it looked funny, and I really want to see it, but I obviously it didn't cater for me because I probably didn't get the references. I didn't get a lot of the jokes. There was probably cameos in there of returning characters and stuff, and I just didn't get it. But
And like it's really nerdy, and that should appeal to us.
Here's a trailer that we should have reacted to: His Dark Materials, or as we all know, what is called The Golden Compass.
Yes.
So that was a movie that came out with Daniel Craig back in like the mid 2000s.
That had Daniel Craig in it.
It
Oh my
did,
god!
yeah.
Again, I haven't seen it. And you
Okay.
didn't see it, right?
No, I just knew he was in it. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that came out. I don't think it did as well as whoever made it.
Oh yeah.
Like I think they were trying to cash on to like the Lord of the Rings vibe, and
Was it that or Chronicles of Narnia?
oh maybe that
'Cause I think that was
maybe
around that
more like
time
Chronicles of Narnia. Anyways,
Because the Lion with Chronicles of Narnia, and then the Polar Bear with
Bear.
Golden Compass.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people thought that was like copying, maybe.
and so that came out, and we should react to that because while we were watching it, we had a lot of cool little
Yeah, that was like a break trailer in the middle.
Yeah, that's what we would do. We would like record a reaction, watch a trailer for something else, record a reaction, watch a trailer for
It
something else.
had a great cast too. The girl that played X-23, James McAvoy.
Yeah.
The polar bear. Dude, a polar bear in armor, that's dope.
Awesome. And
So
all
cool.
those scratches.
Because he this might be like a sequel to the movie, because like he didn't look beat up in the movie.
Yeah, I
At
don't
least
know. Or it's just a
don't remember the
different
marketing.
look.
Right,
of
because
it.
he had like the golden armor.
Yeah.
This one's like dark and like heavy. Did DC get their hands on this?
I have no idea.
The Dark Compass.
You had The Witcher. Great
Yeah.
stuff right there.
Dude, and God, apologies to all the fans out there.
Sorry, guys. Literally, I had no idea this was a book series. I thought it was a video game series, and a video game series alone.
I get it. We look like casuals. You're like, oh my god, we don't want these people toxifying our fan base. You should appreciate, like, this. I know of The Witcher because of the game.
Yes.
And now this will want me to get invested in the books.
Yes.
And so you should appreciate that this is widening the fan base.
Also, I just don't read books, so
I can't read.
I my eyes cross and I just give up.
Yeah, you have a nice excuse of why you don't read books.
And then
For those who don't know, Andrew's dyslexic.
Thanks, Caleb. We could have just continued on with the podcast.
Well, some people are like, is he mental? Why can he read?
Yes, I am dyslexic. Anyways,
It's not even that big of a deal.
Rick and Morty season 4.
It's not like an STD.
Clip, which was pretty neat. I can't read because I have an STD.
You just have like so much shame on it. Like you did something and you're just like,
Fair enough. I guess I played it off like that. But yeah, we watched the Rick and Morty clip. It just looked like Rick and Morty. So
I still need to finish season 2.
Really?
Season 3.
Oh man, I've been to that shit in a
I
heartbeat.
think like I stopped watching and then you started watching it and you binged like the whole thing in like what, a week?
Pretty much. I couldn't stop watching it. It's pretty funny.
It's a great show too. Yeah.
It's on Hulu. Steven Universe, the movie.
Oh yeah.
Did not know that was a thing.
Never watched it, but I'm happy for
Yeah,
the
it
fan
comes
base.
out, I think, in September.
That's
So-
like it's a big show too. Like that's
yeah, people love that show. Yeah, September 2nd is when it's coming out, so that's cool for them.
like it has like a big like adult fan base.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that adults can't even get into.
Dare I say, that generation's Avatar?
Oh, Agent of Shields announced that their final season of season 7 will be this year.
And that went on for a while. Do
Yeah.
we need to watch that?
No,
I thought it was good, decent.
David thought it was mediocre.
Yeah.
He thought when
enough.
Ghost Rider was introduced, I think, don't quote me, David, but I think he enjoyed it. And then he stopped liking it again.
Are those damn squirrels throwing something at our roof?
Something. I didn't know what it was.
Hearing a lot of random noises tonight.
I was scared to look behind me because I
No,
didn't
it's the
want
raccoon.
I didn't want something to be behind me.
Timon's right behind you.
Oh my gosh, Timon's adorable. Fear the Walking Dead confirms season 6. Stop it. And then they also confirm a new Walking Dead spinoff. And then you had The Walking Dead season 10.
And
Do we keep caring? Oh, and then the Walking Dead movie, which I thought was just fucking hilarious.
that's 4 things.
Yes.
Is Fear the Walking Dead good?
I watched the first 2 seasons, and I was like, you need to kill characters because they wouldn't, and I hated characters, and then they kill like 2 characters I didn't like in season 3.
That has Jan doing it, right? Or is that... No, I think that's like some spin-off.
No, it doesn't, no.
What am I thinking of?
Oh, yeah, no. Yondu's in like the actual, like Michael Rooker. He's in the actual show.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Daryl's brother in the first, just the first few episodes of season 1. Then he comes back for an episode in season 2, and then he actually comes back in season 3 because he thought he was dead, but he wasn't, but then he dies in season 3.
God, also...
Man, that was when the show was really good. I love the old Walking Dead. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
Are you getting like the worst of it over there?
Dude, yeah, it literally sounds like it's right behind me. Like they're kind of like creeping on the door, like, nah.
Yeah, I hope you guys can hear it, because if not, we sound crazy.
It's just like a...
Does it sound like a tap or like a scratch?
Both. It looks terrible.
You know what?
Not
Keep
look, it sound-
talking. I'm gonna look through the door.
Okay. What's going on next? We had... Oh, okay. Perfect time for him to leave. The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, was a featurette showing like behind the scenes of the show. I am so excited for that. I can't wait.
I did bolt the door, so.
Oh, there we go. So, their thumbs aren't going to really help them at all. But I can't wait for that show. I'm going to really try to not binge it in a day.
That's not gonna happen.
And I hope that it's not just a series. I hope it's like a season and that they're going to continue doing it.
I really hope that Henson was just ahead of his time with how unpopular Dark Crystal was.
It's a good definition of a cult classic because everybody loves it. And
I mean, would you say that the fan base is bigger than what it was?
Definitely. Well, I mean, it was a flop. He spent $15 million to earn the rights. because he gave it to a company, and then he was like, I want to buy it back. So he bought it for $15 million, and then it bombed, and nobody liked it. So then he tried to make the Labyrinth, and then nobody liked that, and then he died, really. So it was kind of sad. He went out on a low note.
So hopefully this gets enough support that Netflix is. And I mean, Netflix, once you lose friends in the office, they need more stuff.
One Louis Armstrong guy, or whatever your name was.
Into that one comment, it's like, Netflix is going to do fine. What are you talking about? Like, again, and it sucks. You have to appeal to the casual market. They're going to lose a huge chunk of that because the most streamed shows out there are leaving. So they need more original and serial stuff. That's the word. To pull more the audience back or entice people to pay $10 to $16 for your service. What's the minimum? Is the minimum 10 now?
Yeah.
Or 12?
I think 10.
Okay. What, it used to be 8?
Yeah.
And still, that should be chump change, but when there's like 15 streaming services out there, people are going to pick and choose.
Yeah. So that was like all of just like the trailers and dropped. Some quick little news things. The little kid from Terminator 2 will return as John Carter in Terminator Dark Fate.
That's pretty cool.
And also confirmed that it will be rated R. Tom Cruise was a big surprise to show up at Comic-Con to show off Top Gun 2. So that's kind of cool that he showed up.
I was thinking of The Driving Dead.
The Driving
I remember seeing YouTube ads for it
Okay.
forever ago.
Do you know the Batman Beyond cartoon show?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's a rumor for a new season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, they dropped.
I don't know. I kind of want to read like a.
Well, did you see the
adaptation.
box? You see, so just like my Batman animated series, they're doing a Batman Beyond series.
There better be a mini pop with that.
I think it's like him, like in his suit. So they said if Blu-ray sales are successful, that's when they might do a new season. So,
all right,
let's go support them, Warner Brothers, because they need help because their live action stuff sucks.
I still think the idea of Robert Pattinson playing that character is a Terry. I'm probably dead wrong, and then Michael Keaton playing old Bruce Wayne in live action adaptation of Batman Beyond.
That'd be the dream.
Dude, ever since seeing the suit in Arkham Knight, it's okay. I will tell you when something jumps out.
I just feel like they're mocking me now. They're just knocking on. They're just like, come here, Andrew. Open up the door.
Are you going to be able to sleep tonight?
Honestly, I might have a dream about squirrels killing me. Used to be raccoons.
A little background knowledge. Even though we pay a lot for this apartment, it's pretty dope with this balcony and like 2 bedrooms connect to it. Are you a little like looking back on your decision? There was the one room that didn't have the connection.
You're right, but I like the balcony.
You're paying the price for it now.
Paying the price for it. Loki is confirmed as a playable character in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, so he's technically a hero, I guess, in that game.
Apparently, Thanos is a playable character too.
I guess there is this. What is this? I guess I should have done my research a little bit.
What is this?
There is the Arrowverse. There's a crossover event called Crisis on Infinite.
Arrowverse,
like the CW. There's like a new event happening.
His name was Terry.
There you go.
Voiced by one of the guys from Boy Meets World. Al.
Thank you. Does anybody remember what Caleb's talking about? Because
if you saw his face, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The long-haired one.
Anyways, the actor from Superman Returns, Brandon something.
Reeves?
No,
it's Chris.
That's Chris Reeves. Brandon something. Anyways, he is going to return as Superman for this TV crossover event that's going to happen on the CW.
What if Warner Brothers is like, you know what? He can replace Henry Cavill.
Quick take, David. How do you feel? Snowpiercer is getting a TV show.
Oh, ooh.
Right? I had no idea this was
that going to be like a prequel or sequel?
I don't know. It's coming out. It's going to be TBS, and it's going to be spring of next year.
TV.
And a big name on it is Jennifer Connelly. She's going to be in it. So that's a big actress to have in a TV show.
Yeah, and we're getting her in Top Gun.
Yeah.
It's your most recent.
So,
how did that movie end? The train didn't crash.
No, they kind of won. No, I love that movie. I haven't seen it. I've only seen it once though. I'd love to watch it again.
Those protein packs.
Delicioso.
We can make those ourselves. We got a lot of ingredients for that.
Disgusting. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Walking Dead movie teaser announces Rick Grimes returns. So stupid. Episode 9 for Star Wars is getting a prequel comic miniseries. So if you want to know all the juicy details before seeing the movie, buy the comics.
Now, are they gonna in 10 years be like, you know what, that's not canon anymore?
Pretty much.
Rip the extended universe. Even though apparently some of the extended universe is canon now. They're kind of like picking and choosing.
Really?
This is old news. I think it was like 5 years ago. 4 years ago.
Varys from Game of Thrones says he blames the press for the backlash of the latest season. I guess that was an interview at Comic-Con. I just think the season sucked. D&D. You didn't even have the balls to show up to Comic-Con.
There was a lot of controversy about how like the cast had scripts and like they weren't allowed to say obviously certain things. It's like one of the things being memed right now is that Nico Jamie, I can never pronounce his name.
Yeah, he has a weird name.
He was like, I really liked his arc, or like I love the way he died. To like 3 bricks.
Wait. The actor who played this character for like the last like 8 years loved how his character died?
When they could have just
loved it?
Shimmied to the right?
Because I remember that episode ending and then the episode opening and literally his brother walking over and just brushing off like a brick. And I remember just shell-shocked that is how... Because I was in denial. I was like, no, they lived. And they easily could have lived. Anyways, I guess we should put spoilers right there for people that haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Sorry.
We were a little cryptic, but hopefully you weren't paying attention for that 30 seconds right there. But I think that's all I got for the little things that happened. Because I just want to, I'm edging. We just need to talk about this.
Now, do you have like an order with these?
I can pull it up.
Because I
dude,
I didn't hear
hold
that
on.
What are you gonna see? It is a little foggy. We're hearing a lot of weird noise. I forgot there was a light. Is it the roof?
It must be the roof.
I think we're gonna become exterminators tonight. Crikey.
Also, did you not clean up that dog's shit?
Oh yeah, it's still there.
God, there's so much shit on the deck.
It brings a whole new meaning to poop deck. I've been waiting to say that.
No.
That was a good one. Come on.
Oh my gosh. You really didn't clean it up just so you could tell me that. Good on you.
Also, I was kind of hoping it would dry.
You're like
So you just knock it
Timone's
off.
jokes in the movie. He had some really good ones.
Yeah, some good ones.
All right, let's pull this list up. Let's look at all the juicy details. Our good friend David sent a screenshot of everything that we need to know. And then I have more.
Shout out, David.
I have more notes. You know, it's taking about 6
David,
months.
are you down to go into Comic-Con next year?
I think he should be. So.
Comic-Con or E3? I want to go to one.
I want to just do them all, right?
I mean, we gotta do it for this channel. Gotta make those vids.
Let's just do them all.
There's actually an Atlanta. I don't know if it was like Anime Expo or Atlanta Comic-Con was last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Sucks.
Was it big enough though?
I mean, big enough for us to go.
I guess it would have been fun to go to. I really want to go to Dragon Con.
I want to cosplay. You know you want to.
I know I want to.
See that look in your eye.
Anyways.
I'm like, maybe I do.
Here we go. Right off the bat. Because this is going to be we're going to talk about the streaming services first.
Okay.
Because
I would say that's the weaker news.
Weaker, but something
cool.
Awesome, which I told you last night. I think I told you, or I told you in my dream, or in my head. So
What's going on?
Disney Plus is dropping November 8th or 9th or something.
It's gonna be a fun Thanksgiving.
This November of 2019. But we're not going to see any Marvel stuff besides all the movies that are already out. We're not going to see any new stuff on there till fall of 2020 with the release of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which will have the Falcon suited up in his new outfit.
Captain Falcon.
And we'll have the amazing Winter Soldier by his side, the two of them duking it out with Baron coming back to reprise his role.
I really hope that the Winter Soldier kind of digs more into the White Wolf Easter egg that we got at the end of Black Panther.
That'd be really cool if he did. If that was like his code name. Almost.
If they could afford, if they got Anthony Mackie and Sebastian, and they could probably afford to get a Chadwick cameo in there.
Well, that's one thing I want to talk about after.
And like there is a connection with Zemo, so like Black Panther could come in.
I think
even though that arc could have.
There's a strong possibility of bigger actors coming in for an episode or two, like for like the season finale, and we'll get into that after we talk about all of these shows.
This is amazing.
So yeah, Anthony Mackie, he already says that he's tried on the suit. So they haven't filmed anything yet, but he says he's tried on the suit and he loves it. So he walked out on stage. He was holding the shield when he was out on stage, so he's into it.
The minute he heard that like the suit's thing, he's like, yeah, I gotta put it on.
Yeah,
I gotta do it.
It's cool that Zemo is returning. And I'm hoping that he
I always thought that they'd
more
bring
of
him back.
Villain, and he gets to wear something cool.
He needs a look that looks somewhat similar to his.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be as cartoony, even though I love that outfit. But give us those colors. You know, those are some fun colors to work with for a villain. So I'm excited. Out of all of these, as of right now, I think it's my favorite just for the characters.
Yeah, and I think that's the more connected one, I guess.
Yeah.
Because some of the other ones are kind of
It's the most that we've had, the most screen time I think we've had out of all of these, besides Loki, I guess, which we'll talk about next. But Winter Soldier and Falcon, I think, out of like, even I hate to say Hawkeye, but I feel like we've had more connection of Falcon and Winter Soldier than we have had with Hawkeye.
that's kind of the fault of the creators. They shafted Hawkeye here and there.
So... but the next is Loki, which will be coming out spring of 2021. And that will take place after Loki escapes New York in Endgame.
I still don't know how that's going to work.
It's going to be confusing, but they'll probably explain it in some bullshit way.
I kind of feel like that will be like a what if, because that got debunked in Endgame where they said once the stones go back, then the timeline is fixed. Mm-hmm. So how...
But
is that going to affect?
But did that stone? Did they get that stone? No, because then they went back even more. So then that stone had stayed in that timeline, because they went to a different timeline to actually get that stone.
But the stone had to go back to
No, it went back to the 70s, not New York.
Right. But does that change?
So I think here was Endgames. Then they went to New York, and then they went to the 70s.
Right.
So they made three timelines.
Them putting the other two stones back there changes what they did. So like, this is gonna get real confusing. That the space stone is the Tesseract.
Yes.
The Mind Stone and the Time Stone. Mm-hmm. They went to the 70s to get the space stone, and then they got the Mind Stone and the Time Stone in New York at that time. So when Cap went back to put the stones back, that fixed the timeline. So no Hulk going to get the Time Stone, no Cap going to get the Scepter. That means no Tony going back to mess up giving away the Space Stone.
Man, I don't know. They gotta explain. They'll explain it somehow. So no sweat. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so that's gonna take place. Do you remember a rumor when like it was gonna like be like a Loki kid, and it was gonna be like Tom Hiddleston like narrating it? That was a rumor. What the hell were we thinking?
Oh my god! You know what? There are a lot of times where it's like, come on, Marvel, Disney, hire us. We could write some great stuff, and then you hear stuff like that. It's like, oh, don't let fans write stuff.
Like that was like the young Sheldon, pretty much.
That's just awful.
That's some bad shit. So coming out next. It looks like they're coming at the same time. Loki and WandaVision.
Yes.
Coming both spring of 2021.
That's my second thing I'm excited about.
Is the title misleading?
What do you mean?
WandaVision. Like, is that actually Vision, or is that just the title? Mm-hmm. Because
this
it takes place after Endgame.
This is what I was going to bring up when we first were talking about it. There is a line that either Shuri or someone makes about disconnecting the Mind Stone from Vision, that when you take it out, you still have Vision. So maybe after all the dust settles and they go back to the lab and like looking at it, because Wanda probably talks to Shuri about like, did we lose him, blah blah blah, and they might be able to bring him back because like the body's still there. They just maybe he has to get rebooted. I don't know, because he's just a robot.
You know,
if he has memory loss or some dumb, like, you know what I mean, like he's there but like he has to be reminded of it. Lazy ass writing tropes.
No, I think.
But maybe some of him will be missing because they didn't get a complete connection before being ripped out of his forehead.
Dead.
Yeah.
The bit like I can imagine because they both got what?
It's a whole series of Wanda just dragging his body, his lifeless body. Jeez. Sorry, just that image. He's a robot. It's not like in a human body.
But I love Paul Bentley.
It's just funny. Just the image got me. My bad.
The one thing I'm excited about these shows is that I feel like it's going to make characters feel closer.
Yeah.
Because I could imagine if this takes place after Endgame, I could imagine the first episode literally taking place after Endgame and like Wanda going with Shuri back to Wakanda and like trying to fix Vision or see, and so then she's in there, and then maybe Black Panther shows up for like a minute or two, being like, "What's up,
what's that fist bump?"
Yeah, like it will just make them feel a lot cooler because it's not going to feel like a big movie where we only have like 2 hours with these people. We're going to have up to 8 hours if there's like 8 episodes, So
and I always love movies way over TV, but that's the one thing that TV gets right is just the more time to spend with these characters.
But then there must be too much time, like The Walking Dead. Like there are shows that you spend way too much time and you're done with it. But
and this is really gonna make it feel like really comic booky, like just the cameos. Like reading a comic and your favorite hero just pops in, and you're just like, oh, is it cool?
Definitely,
Why is Wolverine chilling with the Avengers? They're like, why does he just come in for a cup of coffee?
Right?
I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Hawkeye is going to be coming out that fall of 2021.
I'm excited.
Introduces Kate Bishop, so that's all we knew. I'm excited that
and more Ronan.
Was that even a rumor that he was going to get his own show? Yes, it was. I didn't even talk about it, but that's awesome that it's confirmed, and it's cool that he gets his own chance. Maybe more violence in it.
I do wonder what his daughter's gonna do then, because I was terribly misinformed when we were talking about Endgame. Though I was like, "Oh, his daughter's name is this. That's the other Hawkeye." Not even close.
No,
I was just fanboying because like her name was Hannah something.
Oh, you were just excited.
Yeah, but like we got like people were theorizing like, is he grooming, lack of a better term, his daughter for Hawkeye? Yeah. And so he'll probably find an older female, Kate Bishop. So I wonder, like, is his daughter still going to be some cool badass? Maybe she will mentor, Kate Bishop will mentor her at some point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, more badass Ronin action as well.
I just kind of want to watch all this shit now.
What did he do? Yeah, that's what he did. His sword was cool with the spaces in between.
And that was like my biggest gripe is that he was so cool, yet we literally got like a minute of it, and then half of it was like kind of off screen. Like the camera was just kind of panning and everything was happening inside a building.
Also, I have no idea what his name is, but like one of the top tier Asian actors too that was playing that bad guy.
Yeah,
because like he's in all like some pretty big. I believe he's Japanese. I think he's in a lot of big name Japanese action movies, like serious movies.
It's not confirmed if it takes place after Endgame or not, but I assume just for continuity's sake it would. Just like so the show can keep going.
Yeah.
But then it would be cool to like have this start after Civil War. I guess he's just in a house arrest. Never mind. That's not that exciting.
Right.
Anyways,
because then where was Kate during Endgame?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm stupid. All right. Last TV show is What If, which is going to be the animated series.
That's going to be really exciting.
And
I do hope that there's a lot more quality into it because don't hate, but in my opinion, all of Marvel's animated stuff is really lackluster.
Yeah, that's where DC strives. Yeah. So I don't want it to look cheap and boring.
Right.
I want you to put some awesome animation style into it. I would like it to be 2D. I don't
Oh,
want 3D. I want 2D. And it's going to have MCU actors reprise their roles.
Yes, that's
a
very
big
important.
sell right there.
And it's a lot cheaper.
Looking at these 5 things that they announced for Disney Plus, which are all original stuff that just Marvel is going to produce, because you're still going to have your Star Wars stuff, and then you're going to have all your Pixar stuff, like the Monsters Inc. show and the Spork show, and then you're going to have just Disney stuff. Disney Plus is pretty exciting.
It's a bad, but still a great time to be a Disney fan.
Yeah, like I love it and I hate it because, well, I'll get into it, but like people are gonna have to watch this if they want to know things. Because I think these shows are gonna they're gonna take a big part of the phase. Because I think that's the one thing they promised with the Netflix shows. They said, hey, these take place in the MCU, but they really didn't.
Right.
But, so I don't think I told you this because you're kind of giving me this, you're getting this look. Or maybe I did. WandaVision leads up right to Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
So,
that's cool. I was more just let down of just the idea. I was like, I was kind of looking forward to another 22 movies.
But
to be like the next
I'll get
saga.
into a note here that Kevin Feige talked about. But, so that's it for the what if.
You know, I think I'm okay with that, actually.
TV shows.
There were a lot of movies in the first saga that's like you had to drudge through. And it said if we had TV series, could have made it feel a little better.
Because I guess I'll just say right now, all the movies that were announced are all going to be the next phase besides Blade.
Blade's going to be Phase 5?
The beginning of Phase 5.
Nice.
So
I'm really curious how Blade's going to be
1, 2, 3,
integrated.
4, 5. There'll be 5 movies in Phase 4 then.
That means vampires going to be introduced in the MCU.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So we're going to dive into the movies now with the one that will be coming out the soonest, which is kind of far away, but I'm kind of excited as a nice little break. May 1st.
Yeah, we did need this break.
May 1st of next year, we are getting Black Widow. And
we got a lot of news on Black Widow.
I think the coolest thing is that it takes place after Civil War.
Is that the coolest thing?
I think so, because
that's what you say until you see David Harbour in a Hawaiian shirt in Black Widow.
Like, there's a lot of things, but it excites me because it's going to be a movie that you can watch right after Civil War now.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch Civil War, and then you can watch this and be like, this is what happened after Civil War with Black Widow and maybe Hawkeye and possibly Chris Evans coming just for, like, a few scenes to play Captain America.
Like, it would have been cool to get, like, an origin story, because a lot of us do want to know what happened in Budapest. Like,
I was hoping for a little Budapest,
but a lot of it, I feel like a lot more people want more filler between Civil War
and Infinity War, because we didn't really get to see their side.
Right.
We didn't really, because like it ended with them at that prison, and then next thing you know, they end up at a train saving Vision, and you're just like, where have you been this whole time?
I swear to God, though, she needs her red hair. And if the movie ends with her dyeing her hair to blonde
then
and
fine.
changing it,
maybe changing her look, like maybe like
but with the marketing,
the Taskmaster confirmed as the villain, so.
That's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be good stuff. I'm really excited for it, and it's just awesome because didn't you say Nerdy Blurb said that Black Widow was the movie we deserved to be the first female-led?
Yes, Black Widow before Captain Marvel.
And I think,
fight me. No, we're so much more connected with Black Widow.
Yeah, we did not need Captain Marvel first. That wasn't
not because she's sexy and she's got her boobs out all the time. It's because she's a dope female character.
I bawled my eyes out when she died.
Yeah, the imagery was fucking fantastic.
It was great. I loved it. And I cannot wait for that movie. I'm so excited. The next one is the first gamble.
Also, shout out Nerdy Blurb.
Nerdy Blurb. That might be our first shout out.
Love you, bud.
The Eternals is the newest gamble for the Marvel universe. And this is...
I like that word, gamble.
It's pretty out there, too. Like, the two that they're using here, I'm not even aware of. Like, at least I knew of Black Panther and of Doctor Strange and
Right.
of Captain Marvel, I have no idea who the Eternals are.
I saw a great comment that made an amazing point. It was like, you had no idea what Guardians of the Galaxy was when they announced it. And like, this is the same thing. It's like, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea what Guardians of the Galaxy was. That's probably the only other one I didn't know. I knew all the other ones though,
Right.
for sure, because I played games and I've seen the cartoons and stuff.
Right.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, I didn't know that. And this, I don't know, and I'm excited. You have a big cast, but the biggest one, Angelina Jolie. That was like the big rumor, and it's confirmed. So Brad Pitt, what you gonna do? Right? You gonna compete? You gonna do like a DC thing, or what's up?
Superman.
Superman. But that's slated for the 6th of November of next year. So that will probably start filming soon.
All right.
And then
I'm so excited for that, man.
So then we get a shorter break, but then February 12th, so Black Panther time, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. I tried my hardest.
You were half right.
And the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Give me the Mandarin.
The real Mandarin. Bring me it, okay?
I'd be fine if Ben Kingsley came back as like a joke. Like somewhere, like...
Yeah, if he was in it, because like they let him off and that the one take.
Yeah, he's still... Yeah.
So he's still relevant. He could come back.
Because if anything, first scene of the movie before the title screen is him the Mandarin going to prison and killing him because he doesn't like an imposter.
See, that was cool. That'd be cool.
Right?
Just so he's in
And
that
then
one scene.
Shang-Chi, or maybe if he doesn't get introduced in Shang-Chi, like Iron Man 4, I don't know.
Bring back Iron Man, please.
Dude, or with Rescue. That's the name, right? Rescue?
Yeah, but she's not coming back. She said she's not coming back.
I mean, money speaks.
You're right. People...
Or with Riri. If we introduce Riri, you got to.
Yeah, so that comes out, and Awkwafina is also set to be in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still understand she just came out of nowhere.
I mean, Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
That was it. Crazy Rich Asians was the big one.
She has like an Oscar baity movie coming out this year.
Oh,
about like her grandma.
Don't say that. It looks amazing. The Farewell.
Right. I didn't say it looked bad.
I'm seeing it Friday.
I didn't mean Oscar baity is a bad thing.
Okay.
I meant more like it's gonna be a gut punchy feel.
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm seeing it Friday with Connor.
Which is weird because like she's a comedian. So it's a good role for her.
The next movie coming out, which is the best title for a movie, is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Darkness.
Madness.
Oh, really? Because David said darkness.
That's madness. I thought they were going for the alliteration.
Well,
hold on, David. I'm looking it up. Don't cool down the keyboard.
Everybody, cool it down. Caleb's looking it up. If it is darkness or madness, and the answer is
madness.
Really?
You know, he's thinking D because of DC. Fanboy.
Right here. See, just to have proof that I'm not that dyslexic. Darkness. Okay.
I swear to God, if it said madness, it would just crush your soul.
You do the podcast by yourself. I'd be done for the night. Yeah, so that's happening, and it is going to be the team up with Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. Maybe Vision. I don't know if he'll be in it. He's too OP, I think. But I hope they don't dumb him down, like you said.
Yeah,
because they always dumb him down. If you make him just the dumbest,
they always
downs.
try to find ways to dumb down an OP character, like making Thor fat. I'm also curious when in the timeline WandaVision takes place, because like maybe something happens to Vision.
It says after Endgame.
After Endgame, so yeah, we'll find out what happens to Vision. Why he's not, if he is or not in Doctor Strange.
I don't know the villain, but his name is Nightmare, so that's going to be the villain in the movie, and
it doesn't sound like a horror movie at all.
But it is going to be the first Marvel horror movie.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal that from you. I thought you said it already.
No, you're good. You're good. So that is that. And then Thor: Love and Thunder. I love that title. It's great.
I'm really happy that Natalie Portman is coming back. I really thought she was just like had a bad taste in her mouth with the MCU and just want nothing to do with it.
Well, to be fair, she's in probably 2 of the top 5 worst Marvel movies. So I don't blame her.
But that's the only reason she's coming back. She's like, I just want to be in a good Marvel movie.
Right? Like, I mean, a part of me thinks she's doing it because of the women empowerment, and now she thinks she could also be a good role model for little girls.
And this is also, not to get controversial, a great example of not pandering. This is a character in the comics, a female Thor. And it's a cool character. We need more.
It will be interesting how they explain how she becomes worthy, I don't really know the origins to it. But that's really cool.
And maybe this was foreshadowed with her going to the Endgame premiere, even though she was in the movie. Maybe that was, honestly, they had to have the contracts done already. Yeah. Or the talks, at least. And, like, she knew she was coming back.
She showed up on set. So, yeah, that's probably why she was at the premiere of Endgame. She probably knew before, like, around then, that she was going to be in this. It comes out November 5th of 2021. So, 2 years away. And I think that will end the phase because Kevin Feige said this will be only a 2-year phase. So, it's going to be a very quick and short.
That's weird.
Yeah, he said that's it. He said no Avengers for Phase 4.
All right.
So we're taking a break from an Avengers movie.
So if anything, the Eternals is going to be our Avengers team type movie.
In a way. Another note for the Thor Love and Thunder. It sucks that
we're not getting Guardians in Phase 4. That's Disney's fault. You screwed up with James Gunn.
It made sense because Suicide Squad's filming starts soon. They're probably not going to start even filming Guardians until it looks like now, probably 2021.
I wonder how much power Kevin Feige had with Disney. Like, we need to bring James back. Like, what if that's the reason they brought him back? It's just Kevin Feige was
honestly
like furious with the decision.
He's like, you guys are stupid. Valkyrie will become MCU's first LGBTQ hero. So, pretty awesome. It took a little while.
She's just an awesome character.
Yeah, it took a little while for them to have a character. And is she in the comics, or is this like kind of like a character? I assume she's in the comics, but I wonder if that's maybe if they've changed it for there.
Also, is Captain Marvel just ambiguous then? Because I thought we got like some hints that she might be lesbian.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I was just watching that movie
for the cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Captain Marvel was a decent movie. Don't fucking hate on us.
Like I said, slate that. That is Phase 4.
Okay.
And then I think the biggest surprise of that night was announcing Blade to come into Phase 5. Really left field.
Out of left field.
Mahershala Ali casted as Blade. Sorry, Wesley Snipes, you're not returning. But
he's got a cameo in it.
Hopefully. Or the villain. That'd be cool if he played the villain.
Okay. Bye. Come on.
Hire us, Disney.
What's the last thing Snipes has been in?
I don't know. The Expendables movie, maybe, if he was even in that. I just watched Demolition Man a few months ago. Not a good movie. I think it's a movie you had to grow up with to appreciate it. I did not enjoy it. But yeah, so that's going to kick off Phase 5. I guess hopefully Doctor Strange pays off as a horror movie, so then they'll go. And also, could this be the first rated R Marvel movie? Because the other Blades are rated R, so it's going to be kind of. I think people are going to get a backlash if Blade is rated PG-13.
Right. Just like if any Wolverine movie from here on out isn't rated R.
Right. And then
I'm still very curious how they're going to introduce vampires into.
Dude, this is going to get crazy. Well, I think the Doctor Strange multiverse thing is going to awaken a lot of stuff. And that's. The world as we know it is going to get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
If it didn't, if they copped it out with Spider-Man because maybe they just wanted to feel the tease of it.
I feel like a lot of people just aren't bringing enough attention. The multiverse has been confirmed in a title. That's insane.
Yeah, it's not like a little white lie that Gyllenhaal gives to Spidey. This is legit. Multiverse is happening.
I still get goosebumps just thinking about him saying 616.
And then the very last thing is Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians 3, Fantastic Four, and Mutants are coming soon. So,
the fact that came out of his mouth.
Yeah. He said that is coming soon, probably Phase 5. That probably will be Phase 5 lineup. Maybe not Fantastic Four and Mutant, but one of them. The biggest thing is New Mutants dead.
What?
Is it? I'm saying,
is it?
I'm saying,
Okay.
is it dead?
You put... The movie's done.
Do you just put it on Disney
you put
Plus?
all the money into it. You got to make something back.
Because I was...
Are they even more weary because Dark Phoenix bombed?
Didn't do good?
It didn't bomb. It just underperformed.
Honestly, I think it bombed. I don't really know, but...
That really sucks, too, because I don't know if I talked to you much about it, but there's a video that I think the Game Theorist talked about it. Dark Phoenix and Captain Marvel were going to be extremely similar. Mm-hmm. And Dark Phoenix was set to release first. So if anything, Captain Marvel would have bombed. Not bombed. That movie's made over $1 billion. But Dark Phoenix would have done a lot better, and people would have compared Marvel to Dark Phoenix and been like, did they copy it? Some very similar ties.
The craziest thing about this movie is you're gonna watch it, and the actors are gonna look so young. Like, can you...
Mostly Maisie.
Anya's... The Jonathan from Stranger Things, he's gonna look a little bit younger.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it, and he's aged just from that show, so he's gonna probably look a little bit younger. But yeah, Maisie definitely is gonna be like, you should become a woman.
Saw your boobs. This is weird.
Shut up, everybody. I'm looking at the cast right now.
Spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Antonio Banderas is in it.
Who?
I'm not gonna say his name again. And there you go, right there.
Antonio Banderas.
What did I say? I said
Banderas.
Banderas.
Close enough.
Close enough. I'm bad with names, guys.
Can we
Puss in Boots.
Get another Spy Kids movie?
We did. Nobody saw it. There's a clickbait right now of New Mutant Trailer 2 that came out a year ago. That's not a real thing. I think Selena Gomez is on the cover of it. Anyways,
if you're still filming the movie and you're not certain about it, kill it. But if the movie's done,
if it's just sitting there collecting dust, that's kind of sad. But that's Comic-Con. I think that's all I got. Anything that you want to add that I might have missed or that we just didn't talk about?
It's gonna feel very no. It's gonna feel weird not having an Avengers movie in Phase 4. But I feel like they need to introduce the villain in Phase 4.
Yeah.
Just like we had Thanos in Phase 1. So
something needs to go down in one of the movies.
Are we gonna get introduced to Galactus and from the Eternals? I don't know. For some reason, I assume space with the Eternals. I could be dead wrong. Yeah. But if it's spacey, then you would assume Galactus, because
it's just crazy to think that.
I don't want Doctor Doom introduced.
That wouldn't
in
make
Phase
sense.
5 when they get Fantastic Four. I feel like it's gonna be too late. Like I feel like that's why Thanos is so cool. Was he got introduced so long ago?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but
yeah, they need to introduce their big bad.
Yeah. Well,
what if they're just like, we can't top that? Just bring Thanos back.
Bring him back. He got re-undusted.
Mm-hmm. Re-undusted. Put that on a t-shirt.
Re-undusted. All right.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
Well, I got nothing else to say. I kind of want to talk about some details of The Lion King.
It's back in my head.
Back in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will take a quick break, and then we will dive deep into some Lion King. So stay tuned, guys.
Be right back.
Literally 1 second.
Hello, everybody. I'm stretching. Welcome back to the podcast.
Now that's how you introduce coming back from the
get all
break.
Relaxed. We're gonna crack on my back.
Why are you doing that now?
We're here to talk about deep thoughts, real shower thoughts of The Lion King 2019.
Sure. Are you just like ready to unload now? You've been penting up all this anger and aggression.
So, if you are jumping right to this after my hot take that Donald Glover was the worst part of the movie.
Sure, let's get this out of the way.
I just thought we spent a lot of time with kids Simba, and then adult Simba showed up. He's having fun. Nala comes. He's like, nah. And then he's like, yeah. And then he's like, we gotta fight. and then he fought, and then he roared, and then that was the movie.
I mean, thinking back on it, I think maybe just because, like you said, this movie said off screen, this movie is 30 minutes longer than the original, and I feel like that 30 minutes was given to Kid Simba.
I think that there was a lot more Kid
where
Simba.
in the original it was like 50-50.
Yeah.
So because we just spent a little more time with Kid Simba, it felt like the time with adult Simba was a lot shorter, when in fact it could have been the same amount.
And I noticed
the
original. His conflict with himself. Like in this live action, he felt so cocky, which I never really picked that up in the animation as well. Like here, like he makes it a point like
cocky, just moved on.
No, cocky, because he was the prince. You know, he's gonna be king. One day.
As a kid. Sorry,
as a kid, as a kid, like he's very like, I'm gonna do this, and I don't want to play with those kids. I want to be king. I want to go do this stuff, and like.
He was pretty cocky in the animated.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a few years, but I just felt like he had more.
Like a real brat.
I remember he had a lot more development as a kid, and then when he's an adult, you just kind of. You look at him and you're like, I guess you're Simba, but like there was such a difference. Like you were literally the size of a poodle puppy thing, and now you're a full-grown lion, and we're supposed to pretend that this is the same character, but then we don't get enough time to see Simba as an adult and have what are his new thoughts. You know, as an actual adult lion, he kind of just is there, and like I don't know. It's just, and I just.
That also, like, the first act of this movie is pretty long. Because Mufasa dies, and then when Simba goes back is the beginning of Act 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Act 3 is very small.
Yeah, Act 3 is very
comparison.
Small. And also, I mean, I guess you just needed a big name for Simba, but I really didn't think you needed a big name.
I think hearing him at first sounded fine, because, like, it is pretty shocking hearing Simba's adult voice in the animated.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't think that Matthew Broderick was a good choice.
But like, I liked it because he's not like really an adult. He's like a young adult.
Yeah, he's like a teen, I guess.
Because he's still, compared to Mufasa, he's still very skinny and not as built. So it makes sense.
I wish there was like a little like 5 years later or 7 years later. Like, it's just kind of implied that it's been a long time. I don't know.
When in reality, it could be like 2 years.
Right. It just could be that.
Because animals age very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works for big cats, but I assume they go from child to adolescent in like a year, and then adolescent to young.
I just felt you didn't really need him, and I get it because like he's like a singer, and so you wanted somebody who could sing as Simba, but then like he only really sang.
Also, Disney really loves their star power.
He sang one song, but then he sang it with Beyonce, who was like overpowering the song because it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
So like I just felt like he really didn't he just didn't get enough to shine as Simba, so I kind of thought he was wasted as an actor. I'm not saying like he did bad as Simba. I'm just saying he didn't get enough to do. I honestly feel like he could have filmed, like he could have recorded all his lines in like one day.
Right.
Like I felt like he did not have that many lines in the movie.
And I do agree on this point with critics that a lot of the delivery and lines could have been better. Like it felt like they just could have spent more time with Donald, like perfecting the takes, because some of them did feel out of place. Not all of them.
It sounds like he's just kind of reading the line, and then Jon Favreau's like, I like that. And you're like, dude, I was just practicing. Like, but like, I kind of want to put up, when this movie comes out, there will probably be people on YouTube who are going to put scene comparisons and have Jeremy Irons Scar, and then you have, I can never pronounce his name.
Chwiddle?
Yeah, Chwiddle.
That's his first name, right?
Yes.
What's his last name?
I don't know.
Still. Darn it.
I'm not attempting to read it. Right there.
God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Chwiddle Ejiofor.
Ejiofor. Anyways,
Stop right there, Jafar.
his Scar, to me,
just think of it as a different interpretation.
A different interpretation, but it was like,
because
I don't know if you saw me. I was
not
doing the Rotten Tomato tweets, okay, on our Twitter account, and it was it was voting the best villain, and Scar won the best villain. And I look at this Scar, and I'm just like, he was diabolical, but he just didn't have that, like, he didn't seem as dirty as Jeremy Irons made Scar feel.
If anything, he felt more like low-lifey in this movie.
Yeah, he felt more...
And slimy.
Yeah, slimy is a good word. He didn't feel as, like...
Because in the original, he's already, like, king of the hyenas.
Yeah.
But in this one...
He goes to them.
Yeah, this is a spoiler. He's, like, not meeting the Hawaiians, hyenas, and creating the relationship there. So that's probably one of the biggest differences in this movie, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Say that he feels more, like, grovelly and, like, manipulative and not brave, I guess.
And I think in the original he was more confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had minions.
Yeah, and so that's when, and another, I knew this going in, that his song, which I love, gets shortened when it does. It kind of, it almost feels out of place, because, like, you think they're about to start singing it, and then it just kind of ends, and you're like, oh, it kind of felt, to me, it felt like the Jungle Book, like when they just kind of broke out in the song, and I was like, this is awkward. But when he was singing that song, I just didn't feel like he earned it yet. Like, I didn't feel like he had the confidence, because in the cartoon, he already has that trust with the hyenas. So him singing that...
I am really curious on that decision, because that doesn't change anything in the narrative. Mm-mm. That really does. I don't think anybody questioned, why is Scar with the hyenas? Like, I want to see that origin. Nobody ever asked that. Because there's not really, like, a scene where he hangs out with the hyenas beforehand in the original. Maybe, like, in the graveyard. Was Scar there in the original?
No, but he tells Simba to go to the graveyard.
Right.
But I don't think he's there in the background lurking, hanging out or whatever.
Favreau, you and I are gonna have a talk whenever we're on set in the future.
Yeah.
That's like my major question. Like, why?
Not even anything about your directing, just the writing, the story.
Well, yeah, directors have a lot of power in that.
Yeah.
You had a lot of involvement with it.
Were you sad that one of the hyenas just wasn't hysterically laughing?
Yeah. It would have.
I get their new dynamic. Like, it's
basically Key and Peele.
But it's not, which is kind of sad. It's only one of them.
But they were still funny.
They were still funny. It's just, it didn't even have to be, like, Ed didn't have to be, like, in the trio. But if there was just, like, one hyena that, like, they cut to and he laughs hysterically, that would have been a nice little, like, hey, there he is. But, like, he's not going to be adaptable on live action. So here's just a little cameo of him. Because I love him in the cartoon. He's hilarious. And so him not being in this one, I was like, damn. Also, hyenas just look like very scary dogs.
Dude.
I do not want to.
Like, they look awesome in the original. But, like, yeah, hyenas are terrifying.
Yeah, I like them in the cartoon, but here, obviously, everything's realistic. I'm like, you're disgusting.
But carrying on that, I do like, forgot her name, the female hyena.
It was like...
Start with an S, maybe?
Sarabi.
Yeah, she was more separated as, like, the alpha of the whole group. Like, she was the real leader of the hyenas. Well, she was the leader.
She was Whoopi Goldberg in the original, right?
Yeah. And for some reason, I thought Whoopi Goldberg came back.
I thought I did too, but I think James is the only one who came back.
Right.
So.
Yeah, she was like the leader of hyenas instead of just the trio. Like, that was really cool, and she had that.
Yeah, it showed like
battle with Nala.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That was, that battle was a lot cooler in this one. Except, I mean, there's some things that I knew wasn't gonna happen. We'll get to it though.
Yeah, Sarabi was really cool.
Also, it's called the Elephant Graveyard. I did not see the iconic elephant head tusk. I was a little let down at that. I was like, you call it that? Yeah.
They also made him look a lot bigger
But, like, I didn't even see it, you know? Like, I didn't even see an elephant head. It's called the Elephant Graveyard. Where is the elephant head?
Oh, my God.
I was just saying. They missed an opportunity to have a realistic elephant skull on set. Even though there was no set. It was all green screen. But...
Oh, my God. If they were legit mocabbed every single actor, and they were all like Benedict Cumberbatch level of like into it.
I read trivia that he was asked to be Scar.
Cumberbatch?
Yeah, he was asked to be Scar at first.
All right, I would have been a little like, no. Why you got to go with the Doctor Strange actors?
I don't know, but apparently
Our second option was
Benedict Wong.
that or the bald woman. I'm blanking on her name.
Oh, Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton, yes. I was blanking on her name and then the character's name. I was like, I really wrote myself in the corner here. That joke is totally dead now.
Anyways, it's okay. Yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about. Let's just
You're blanking.
reel it back.
No elephant skull.
I
on
love.
set,
Anyways,
even
that conversation's over.
Mm-hmm.
John Oliver as Zazu
Yeah.
was.
I thought that was going to be like my most iffiest decision, honestly.
I didn't really
going
care
into it.
because I don't really know John Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a person really
Yeah.
to me that's like in.
Right. He was
Yeah, so.
the only place I could think that you've heard him from is Rick and Morty. He was the amiibo dude in season 1. The theme park inside the hobo's body.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was
spoof.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was going to take me out of the movie a little bit just because I watched the show and there was that one moment where it did, but yeah, he was funny.
He was funny. I did like it a little bit. I had a cousin who thought he was a woodpecker. He was just banging wood with his beak.
Where'd you go? Oh, you're gone. I'll catch up.
Yeah, he was good. He was very funny.
And like, if I was Simba, like, this Zazu was pretty annoying from a kid's perspective. Yeah, I'd want to lose him too.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping because there's that deleted song in the cartoon where it's a Zazu song with Simba.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to do that in this, but they didn't. So I was kind of a little let down. They didn't add that in there. But, yeah, he was great. I enjoyed young Simba. I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
At first,
He was so cute.
I wasn't liking the voice acting. Like
It grew.
It grew, but at first I'm like, I don't know about that.
Hashtag not my Simba.
But I eventually did, and yes, let's get out of the way. Okay, the baby cats, they're cute. Okay, they're freaking.
I wish we saw more of the baby cheetahs, dude. That was so. And then
That
they
was
just
fun.
sped away.
That was fun. Yeah, they were in
Because like baby cheetahs have like
the cats,
peach fuzz on them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they have like an extra like layer of like light fur.
But I guess we'll talk about that now. So I really
Your biggest gripe.
my biggest gripe when in recent, probably like the last like month or two when this movie was getting closer, is I was just like, how the hell are they going to do Just Want to Be King?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired.
If you're gonna butcher it, get it. No, I'm kidding.
Get it wrong. Can't Wait to Be King. And I just
Because that's like the most vibrant sequence.
it's where they put all the colors in, all of the prettiness, all of the goofiness,
all the flamingos
and
and the
like the
butterflies.
rest of this movie, they took that song and they were like, let's just make it realistic because that's what the rest of this movie is, because that's the most cartoony aspect out of the cartoon itself. It takes place
sliding on the giraffe's neck.
yeah, and all of the animals stacking on top of each other. That's not even realistic for cartoons, even though that movie is trying to be realistic.
I did legit think for a second they were going to try to do it.
It would have been cool. But and the way they did it, it was fine. I did notice, though, that a lot of this movie, when it came to the musical parts, there was a lot of just, like, nature shots with them singing. When I feel like the cartoon, it did focus more on of the character singing. Because I think they noticed, which is my biggest gripe about this, is when the lions sing, because they're going realistic, they can't express with their mouth, and they can't sing. And so that final note, when Simba and Nala are saying king for like the very last note, their mouths are opened, and they're just open at the awkward slightest like width, and I'm just like, it just looks like your mouth is open and this amazing voice coming out.
Like someone is singing the song separately and this lion just has his mouth open.
Yeah, like I just didn't buy it and they also were just walking. Like there was no like
energy.
It didn't feel like Simba was singing. It just felt like like they just recorded a lion's mouth open and this voice coming out of it. And so I just didn't buy the lion's emotions, which was my biggest gripe going into it.
If we're going to get real technical, if they had more energy, the more realistic option, you would hear their voice deviate as they step, so you'd hear like a vibrate. So more energy would have added more weirdness to the vocals. I'm going on a very weird tangent.
Are we done?
I just want to make a dumb joke.
Also, did you notice like whenever like a character got angry, they added like a little roar with their dialogue?
Yeah, that's cute.
I always thought that was like, because I don't think they did that in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I just noticed that little thing.
I thinking about it a little more. I do think if they tried to exaggerate some of those a little more, it might have been like Uncanny Valley territory, because like you wouldn't see.
Well, yeah, and that's
an animal.
Just why you can't do it, and so you just gotta take a grain of salt, I guess, that the lions aren't gonna have emotion, but then that just kind of makes their characters.
I think people are overplaying that. I think they had a good amount of emotion.
I didn't think so.
It definitely on the part where like he came around the corner and said like my dad's dead. I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks that I can't see the sadness on his face.
Yeah, like yeah, I don't know. The character came in with Timon and Pumbaa though. They brought the characters and like with the expressions. They got to do more with their faces, and I think Timon had the most free range.
Yeah, mostly Timon.
When he came to singing, he got to really look like he was singing. You saw like his mouth open wide when he was singing really loud, and like he got to move around and everything. But yeah, it was just, for me, the lines just could not convey emotion. Obviously, Zazu couldn't. Oh, I guess I'll say it right now, Rafiki was just like a glorified extra.
Yeah.
Which was really sad.
He's probably the biggest downer.
The first like few like lines he had, it wasn't even like showing his mouth. It was showing like his back when he would say a line or something, or like it would cut to something. Like
he was very quiet too. He didn't really talk until Simba.
Yeah, the Simba. And then I kind of like looked at Caleb when he brought out his staff and he was like, "Hello, old friend." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What are you trying to get with this staff? Like, what does that even mean?"
I really don't know. I kind of feel like
dude,
maybe these two movies are separate, you know? Like this one happened, and then this one's like a sequel down the road, and it's like reincarnation, but Rafiki is the same.
Because it just was, because
that's what it feels like now. Yeah,
it was so like, if he would have grabbed it and just was like, "That's it," I would have been like, okay, like there's his staff. But the fact that he's like, "Hello, old friend," I'm like, what? Did you go like, is there a great baboon war that we don't know of?
I feel like that was like an inside joke or something.
We're missing something. I want to know why he said hello, old friend. But yeah, he definitely was a downer, which was really sad. And here's another big gripe. When Mufasa comes back and he's just a storm, and I guess that's because it's realistic.
Dude, that was one of my more favorite things.
You liked it?
I thought that looked so cool because you could still see his face.
Yeah, but I just think the animation is so beautiful. I kind of wanted to see something like that, like with the stars and like kind of maybe like some northern light aspect kind of stuff coming in.
And
like
the purple clouds.
It was cool, but like you could only see his face for that like split second when the lightning went off.
Oh, that's why it was like even more cool.
After that, it just looked like a cloud, and so I was a little lackluster. And then I felt like it also was kind of like,
it was pretty short.
Yeah, I thought it was rushed. It felt a lot more rushed.
It was huge. I felt like it was like bigger than the original.
I didn't feel. I guess when I instantly saw the like storm cloud, I was like, oh, like so we're not gonna see an awesome like heaven ghost.
Okay, just because the last time we saw something big and it was a cloud, it was the dumbest interpretation of Galactus ever.
Let's see.
Like, what would you do? Like, you're just driving along and you see that storm cloud and you see a face. What are you doing?
I mean, that would look cool.
Dad? God damn it, you're going to say?
I love Hakuna Matata. It was good. I like the little friends that they added in there.
Yeah, they're a little community.
Yeah, like a little community.
They didn't really feel like, they just felt like they were on their own. In the original, they had like a family.
They had like a family,
The
just
fox
random
and the lemur and the
animals,
anteater.
and they all got like a little
Not
line
lemur.
or two, which was nice. And the bug stuff was great. Him eating them, and
It definitely didn't look as appetizing as the original, but that's what we expected.
Yeah, the original looks amazing.
They straight up ate cockroaches. Next time I see a cockroach, I'm not going to be like,
tasty. But I thought they were hilarious. I think Seth Rogen was like born to play Pumbaa.
It is weird.
Like,
it's really weird. How
I think Stuckman
perfect is
said it. Like, you just hear his laugh, and you're just like,
wow,
that's Pumbaa. Like, that is his laugh. And he was amazing, and just how he.
I
like,
was really bothered by his bottom teeth the whole time. I was like, you're gonna
like,
poke Timon's eyes out.
Like, and it was just like the subtleness that he said. Like some of his line deliveries, like he would just say like the subtlest thing, and like I was like I just want to like collage of all of their clips, and I just want to watch all their clips again because that was where I got the most laughs. And their banter together. I assume they probably recorded lines together, like in the same.
That'd be neat.
Same session because they could play off each other. Because also Timon was just hilarious. But yeah, I loved them a lot.
He was a lot more back and forth than the original.
What do you mean?
Of him, like when he was like, yeah, that was a dumb idea. But he's like, what was your idea? Never heard of it. Like he did that at least like 3 times with different things.
And
I still hold fast that after saying that lemur thing, we need a live action.
Oh yeah, Caleb whispered a live action Madagascar movie. I whispered,
but it's a la Cats, and Jake Gyllenhaal plays the lion.
I whispered a live action Bug's Life when we got that, I guess, one
Beetle?
minute, the scene of the circle of life happening.
Oh, at the very beginning?
No, with Simba's hair. And it went through like the transition of the circle of life, pretty much.
You said it when he was.
When he was chasing
the beetle. Yeah,
when he was chasing the beetle, but then the dung beetle.
That was a little.
That was a little like dunk, like a little much over the head. Like we get it, circle of life.
But talking about bugs, I think it was already sold at the movie, like 100%. Not so early on when the sun was coming up and the music started, but when it was the shot of the bugs on the branch and then it focuses on the rhinos, I was like, this is awesome.
I mean, yeah, those first 4 minutes was really cool. And if they just did that and that was it was like a little short thing.
Cool. No.
But I was invested after you see that scene, you are invested, and then it picks up, and it's a good movie. I enjoy it. I probably would revisit it. I
hate that comment. I feel like you're never gonna see this. You're gonna rather watch the original. Like, yeah, but I would still watch this. Like, honestly, a lot.
Like, I probably won't.
A few years from now.
I probably won't revisit Aladdin. But for this, I'd probably revisit it. But obviously, if I picked one or the other, as of now, I'd probably want to watch the live action one again just to watch it. Because I've seen the animation, but give it like 5 years, I'd probably want to watch the animation. And when it comes to like showing like my kids, whenever the hell that will be, obviously I'm going to show them the cartoon one first because like that's the more superior one. But I don't think this is awful, but I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the best. It's definitely in the higher middle for me.
Oh yeah.
So
I also don't the comment of that this movie is only being carried by the CGI in like 5-10 years from now when the technology is exponentially better. This movie's going to be dated. And it's like, no, because they already look like animals.
Yeah, it's not going to look dated, and if it's going to look dated, that will be out of our lifetime.
Yeah.
So,
because like even like I watched fucking Tron.
Yeah.
And you could say that it's dated.
Clue doesn't look awful dated.
Yeah.
Now, Phantom Menace, that looks dated. Okay, Spawn, Matt would just tell me to shut up right now. So, But yeah, this will not be dated in our lifetime, so shut up about that.
Or ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, when they remake it again, probably.
Yeah. One last thing, the music is just phenomenal. Like,
yeah.
Hans Zimmer's coming back for the original score.
Oh yeah.
I was all the feels with the trench, the rampage happening.
Yeah, I cried a few times.
I was welling the tears. I didn't, but I think I was welling the tears because of the music, not because of the scene. Like the Lion King music is some of the greatest music ever composed in a movie.
It gets me when he says "Dad" the second time, like when he knows he's not getting up.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Mm.
But for me, it's like when he's on that tree branch and like the tree branch is breaking. That's when I get like,
it's coming.
Like, I don't want him to die. But like when he does die, I kind of like, I'm like, okay, it's happening. But rewind like a minute when the stampede is going through. That's when I'm like, no, don't die. Can we like have an alternate ending where he lives and they live happily ever after?
Disney, Marvel, what if? This should have been one of those.
They should do that. What if Bambi's mother never died?
What if Walt Disney never died?
That could be a good one.
Also, why couldn't... Obviously, it needed to happen. He put Simba on top of the rock. And then he gets on top of the rock. Why can't you just... It was a little slanted and wasn't the most stable. You could have just chilled for the next minute. Because you climb back up, fall over, stampede's over. Just wait with your son.
That's true, honestly. I don't know why I did that. Damn it.
The show must go on.
Also, I brought this up. Why is Simba like the only male lion in Scar? Like, where are the other male lions?
Right.
How do they reproduce?
I think it has like some validity in...
Because I don't even think there are male lions in the original either.
Right.
Are they in Simba Pride? Like Simba 2, is there more male lions or what?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like there is.
Because that one there feels like more of a community because what's his face Scar's child.
Oh yeah.
Is like shunned.
Yep.
So like there's more of a lion community, or is it like the whole animal community?
Yeah. Are we gonna get that?
I definitely want to watch all three. Is there another?
Yeah. Oh, dude, come on. Lion King 1.5.
No, I'm saying is that it? Just the three?
Yes. Yeah, there's no Lion King 3.
And weirdly enough, there's a newer TV show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, Lion King 1.5, like...
Dude, baby...
That's up there, man.
Baby Pumbaa is so cute.
Oh, that was cute. I was watching Mr. Sunday Movies before going to see this because they did a Care Bear and Garbage on the movie. And...
Oh, didn't it also have like the Super Nintendo game in there?
That was the previous episode.
Oh, okay.
This was the first Disney animated movie to have a fart joke. So.
And the trend they started.
Yeah.
Oh, Disney, why? They're the ones that started it.
But like
fart jokes in kids movies.
But like nobody like
it was tasteful.
You know, nobody like shames them for it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's adorable. It's so funny. Like,
yeah.
And then like when they pay it off in Lion King 1.5 and you see the damage that he does, you're just like, that's hilarious.
Yeah. It did kind of suck not having the Hawaii dance in it.
That's why I was gonna bring that up.
But they did a cool.
They tried their best because they're just like, how are we gonna make this funny? And so they did because, you know,
I could see them trying to do it.
Timon just pops up and he's just like, Madam and Monsieur, and then he's just like, B, R, God, and they're just
Have you seen the meme where it's like
hilarious?
Wait, this is illegal, because like that's legit. I was like, they can't do this, but they can.
But they can.
But they can't.
What is this reference? But totally, when I like after that happened, I was like, that was them like saying
that was good.
We're not doing the
the
clickbait perfect like apple and like little feather stuff. Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
I could have seen it had them doing it.
I would have loved to see Zazu in the little bone jail.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, no, not at the beginning. When he's like with...
It happens multiple times, I think.
Where Zazu's in jail? No.
I feel like he just messes with him more at the beginning. But yeah, the bone jail, yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit more of that. I loved the fight at the end.
Yeah,
I
it was
like it.
a lot more involved. It was longer.
I honestly,
It
like,
happens fast.
I thought it was gonna like end in the very like beginning, like when they start like confronting each other. Yeah, and like I thought like because like the fire started, and then I thought he was just gonna push him off, but then like the fire grew bigger, and then everybody just started going, and I was like, okay, we're in this for like the next like 5 minutes. Like I'm excited, and it was really good. That's where we talked about the hyenas and like Nala having that little battle was fun.
Yes.
Zazu got his time. Rafiki.
Nala was a lot like a more developed character. I mean, somewhat still shot for shot, but she had some more development at the end. Mm-hmm. And more badass character. And again, like, that's very true to actual lions, because, like, the females are the ones that hunt. Mm-hmm. And the male stays back. So it would have been cool if we had a scene with the pride going on a hunt.
Yeah.
Also, I'm confused how this works. Scar told Zazu to go tell the pride.
I didn't know. That's a little. I noticed that. That's a little oof. Like, wouldn't Zazu remember that Scar was there?
Mm-hmm. Or like, where was the pride? Shouldn't they have been on their way?
Because, and if I'm not mistaken, in the original, Scar hits Zazu on the wall and he passes out. Right. Mm-hmm. That was smart for them because then they just covered up that loose end.
Right.
This one, because I thought about that. He literally says, "Go get the pride," and then all this shit goes down. And then Zazu never questions, being like, "Wait, Scar, you were there. You told me to go get the pride."
Well, because Scar was the one that told the news, so like I think it's already known that he was there.
Yeah,
he was the one
but he only told it to Mufasa though. Nobody else heard it, because then Mufasa went, and then Zazu followed. So only those two knew.
No, like after the fact, like he was the one that told the pride that Simba and Mufasa were gone, because that was like the funeral.
Yes.
But, like, why didn't they go to...
I don't know. Maybe they're on a hunt.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Zazu, just do your job. You had one job.
And it's not telling the news.
It's the news.
But...
that should be your catchphrase now. Whenever we do a news podcast.
It's the news.
You should watch Last Week Tonight. I don't watch the actual show. I watch... the YouTube channel.
Oh.
And they have like a 10-20 minute topic every week. It's just more so
Same
like
guy?
John Oliver?
Yeah. He does both?
Mm-hmm. I hate this
adaptation. What did I just do?
No, nothing. Just
okay.
Pulling on it. There's a lot of other little stuff that I want to bring up. Good. Mostly good. Some bad that I can't really think of right now. But this movie is getting a lot of undeserved hate. It just came out in a time where Disney...
I also think
remakes.
And I also think this is a movie that's
a victim of Disney's crimes.
Like, my thing is, like, why are you making the remakes of the movies that pretty much saved your company? Like, Disney was going under, and then the Renaissance came out.
Yeah, why hasn't there been like a Snow White one yet?
Yeah, Snow White, Peter Pan, maybe attempt that, or even do like
Peter Pan. I think needs a break. There have been a lot of renditions of it.
The Sword in the Stone. You could attempt to do a Black Cauldron because that's your like black sheep of your movies, or even do like the Rescuers. That'd be fun.
From Down Under.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or the Great Mouse Detective.
See, but those were like their underperformers, right?
Well, that was kind of like them dwindling down, but people do love those.
Like those were in the Dark Ages.
Yeah, that was the Dark Ages. Yeah, Dark Ages.
That are now like cult classics.
Yeah, and so
like it's weird because like they don't feel like Disney movies now because I feel like Disney is like distancing themselves from them.
Yeah, and so Lady and the Tramp is going to be the next one. Actually, I found out it was filmed in Savannah, so
it still looks like Disney Channel crap.
Yeah, and that gets me to wonder if they end up making like an Oliver and Company, or if they make the Aristocats, like will those also be live action? Like that live action, where if it's
Aristocrats could be okay. I feel like Oliver and Company is too like animated,
right?
Like you think like, Can't Wait to Be King sequence. That's like the whole movie for Oliver and Company, right?
They're singing and dancing on New York cars.
Yeah,
and I don't want to look at a CGI shit cat loaf of bread, I think, as Connor puts it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
from Marvel.
Somebody one of our friends calls the cat a loaf of bread.
I think it's Connor.
It was Connor,
or at least he said it.
Yeah, it's just true. But could you just imagine 3 little baby kittens and the aristocrats? Just
yes, that's why I would want it to be Lion King-esque, not Lady and the Tramp-esque, where it's just a real dog blipping words.
Well, like, no, okay, so actually so I kind of, we're getting away from the Lion King, but I think I was talking to Ariel about it, and like, 'cause we all were taking a tour, and that's when we found out. And so, what if Lady and the Tramp they're gonna communicate like Homeward Bound, where they just talk to each other through their heads, and it's not the creepy ass talking. Because first, a lot cheaper, and second, it's not gonna look creepy as sin like the Chihuahua movies or Cats versus Dogs.
I forgot about the Chihuahua movies. I hate you. That was out of my mind.
And
those are George Lopez movies, right?
Yeah. Do you remember? Did you ever watch the George Lopez show?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
100%.
like the flashback scenes where it'd be kid bodies but big heads of the actors?
Dude, that's kind of revolutionary. No one has ever done that.
No, and it's terrifying thinking about it now.
It was unique.
It was, yeah. It stood out. But going back, wouldn't that be smarter?
Yeah. Definitely cheaper.
Because
less creepy.
I've never seen any of the Chihuahua movies, but like, do the humans know that they talk in that as well? Or like the Airbud, like the puppy Airbuds?
Airbud? No, I don't believe so.
No.
But no, yeah, they don't address that their cats are talking.
We just need to see a trailer because
I thought it was more like Toy Story-esque. Or no, because they do that in secret. But yeah, it's just like their language.
Yeah, so I it'd be cool if it was actually just dogs and then they just kind of like look and they like talk and stuff, just like in Homeward Bound. If Homeward Bound can do it, why can't Lady and the Tramp?
There's a big difference. There's not like 15 songs in Homeward Bound that they have to dance and sing to.
Is there even songs in Lady and the Tramp?
Yeah, there's that one. Can't forget that one.
I thought that's like the highlight one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Disney remakes, calm down, please. Because if we're getting like 3 or 4, if we're getting 3 or 4 in theaters and then like 1 or 2 at least,
you're just gonna run out. This could be a double-edged sword. Like, yes, we get oversaturated, but that means that they run through it so fast that they have to do the straight-to-VHS sequels. And honestly,
I love those.
Yeah.
I would love to. But then
Aladdin and his dad, that one.
Would those actors do it, though?
They already signed their souls away. Disney has their contracts.
That's right.
The fine print has been signed.
What if it gets to a point where they like start doing their shows, like they when Hercules is a kid, like what if they make that show into a live action,
like TV series for Disney Plus?
Yeah, but not. So you have the animated cartoon, but then you have the live, or then you have
the Buzz Lightyear.
Dude, I can't wait for when we get to Emperor's New Groove live action because Connor might go like tear down Disney. It's his favorite Disney movie of all time.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine a realistic llama? Or alpaca, sorry.
Was he an alpaca?
I think he was an alpaca. Or llama.
I think alpacas are more mountain.
Okay.
Type.
Aren't they in the mountains?
Yeah. I'm going back to alpaca. I think he was an alpaca.
Okay, anyways, that'd be hilarious.
Can a llama and alpaca enthusiast tell us the difference?
Or just Connor, because he's probably seen the movie. He just like rewatched it like about a week ago.
Emperor's New Groove is definitely my top 5. That movie's so good.
I think I could just tell you my top 5. I have a list on Letterboxd
of course you do.
Of every Disney movie that I've seen. I group it.
How many lists do you have?
I have 44 lists.
Oh my god!
I'll show you after this.
I don't want to.
I'm not kidding. In depth, but I have Disney.
I was more saying that out of like scared.
Oh, Nickelodeon films, Pixar. Yeah, 42. No, 44.
When do you think Nickelodeon's gonna hop on the remake bandwagon? Live action, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, I would just imagine live action SpongeBob. That'd be terrifying.
I mean, we already got that technically, right? Would you consider that live action SpongeBob? The movies when they're above water?
Yeah, I guess.
close enough.
Yeah. So disclaimer: this doesn't have the straight to VHS. This is just like theatrical release.
The ones that Disney is proud of.
Yes. Number 10 is the OG Winnie the Pooh. Yes. Number 9 is Hercules. Number 8, Lilo and Stitch. 7, Peter Pan. Emperor's New Groove is number 6. Lion King number 5. Aristocats 4. Alice in Wonderland 3.
Really?
Beauty and the Beast 2. And Treasure Planet 1.
Treasure Planet and Atlantis. I'm sorry. They need some love. And they just make sense that they could use live action.
If you want to know the worst movie, Home on the Range. Do you remember that movie?
That is a Disney movie. I've never seen it.
No.
I've only seen bits and pieces. Have not been interested.
I remember seeing that movie and I was like, am I old? Like, am I too old to appreciate
I would rather
cartoons?
watch Barnyard, the movie, and TV series all the way through in one sitting than Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge?
I mean, then that movie, whatever. Sorry, I don't know why I thought of that. Home on the Range. I don't know why I thought Over the Hedge.
Totally two different things.
Live action Over the Hedge, though. DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Live action Shrek?
They kind of made a musical, so I guess it's kind of already a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Also, what was Lilo and Stitch? Live action Lilo and Stitch.
That concept picture is pretty funny.
It's terrifying. Could you imagine him in like his attack mode?
Oh,
that was him in like regular
mode. 4 of those
mode.
And his intense. Great shit. What did this ending become?
And yeah, live action Madagascar. DreamWorks should be hopping on this train too.
Live action Chicken Run. Live action Flush
Illumination
Away.
2. Live action Despicable Me. Minions.
Everything. I want a live action Finding Nemo. I want a live action Bugs Life. I want a live action
Monsters Inc.
Monsters.
What would that even look like?
Live action
Cars.
Monster vs. Alien.
Yes. Bolt.
Bolt.
Okay, Bolt wouldn't be that bad.
Chicken Little. That'd be terrifying. His big head, tiny body.
I literally was about to say Stuart Little. I was like, wait.
It pretty much was.
This has gotten too meta. Yeah, it was.
You remember the sequel with the hawk?
Did he go to private school?
Like the cute little bird friend that he makes.
He's like in private school, right?
I think so.
Or was that the vampire movie with that kid?
No.
That kid was popular for like 5 years.
Buff.
Yeah, he's doing good for himself.
Good for him, buddy. He's working on that revenue money. Oh, jeez.
There's got to be another golden one out there.
I'm trying to think of just
live action Cartoon Network shows.
Live action VeggieTales. Just legit vegetable
on strings. If you've made it this far, I think we're being legit. We're having a big old goof. We don't want all this. We want some of these, but
we're pretty much done with this podcast. We're just being idiots.
Who owns VeggieTales?
Its own company, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called, but shoot.
Live action Cyber Attack. Is that what it's called? PBS show.
Oh,
with the green villain dude.
Yeah.
That looks like Penn from Penn and Teller.
Yeah, it has voiced by Christopher Lloyd.
That makes too much sense.
Right? Now that you hear it.
Yeah.
Live action Arthur. Live action Caillou.
Caillou makes too much sense, but they're anthropomorphic animals in Arthur. Dude, just so we can get live action Fist.
Oh, jeez, this is great.
I do love that one meta moment in Lion King with Timon. He's like, this song's great. Or like, you're big, even though it feels like we just met you.
Oh, yeah.
That time skip.
Well, he's like, we started singing this song and now you're 400 pounds. And then he started like owning the song or whatever. And Timon was like, oh, great, he's owning it. Like, yeah. The fourth wall breaks with Timon and Pumbaa are great. We're back to talking about Lion King, guys.
This movie was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was good. It doesn't deserve the hate it's getting. I do feel like it should have gotten a higher audience score than Aladdin, but whatever. It was like a 5% difference.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going in. If you're going to see one of these remakes this year,
Dumbo.
I was gonna say Lion King, but Dumbo needs some love too, I guess.
Dumbo needs love. This movie's gonna make money. Nobody saw Dumbo.
Fair enough. Yes.
Go support
Sure.
Dumbo.
Even though it's not in theaters anymore.
It's out on DVD
Blu-ray.
and all that stuff, so go see it there. I guess.
We'll look at a 4K.
Or it's on 4K. So I'll get it for you, Ariel. Oh, geez. Well, you want to plug some stuff?
Yeah.
What you been doing?
I binged all the way through. Amazon Prime has a football series, All or Nothing, and they covered the Panthers last season for this year's. It was fun. I was also wearing this for Lion King because I don't have a Lion King shirt. Cat, close enough. Rick and Morty for the Rick and Morty news that we talked about for 2 minutes.
It's kind of a cat, not really.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Well, it's a cool show. They've covered the Cardinals, Cowboys, Rams, now the Panthers. It's a cool show for behind-the-scenes stuff if you're interested in football and whatnot. And reliving last year's train wreck of a season. Started 6-2 and then lost 7 straight.
That's okay. Wasn't there like a theory that last year was your year, or was supposed to be your year, or is that?
Quick backstory with the Panthers is they're the most inconsistent team in the league and there's this thing that in the community called the even year curse because it's the even year that Panthers do terribly. And this was going to be the even year that they broke the curve. They just needed to win like 2 more games to get even.
And they did.
But nope, to get 2 games just to get a winning season. Well, 3 games to get the winning season at that point because they started 6-2. And then Cam Newton got a dirty hit to the shoulder. Fight me, Steelers fans. The guy punched his shoulder and then hit it with his helmet. That's pretty dirty in my opinion. And then Cam Newton couldn't throw anymore. So yeah, good stuff there, guy. That well-timed voice crack.
Very nice.
What have you been watching past week?
Nothing. I've kind of been.
You were on vacation.
Yeah, I was on vacation. I've just been busy. I really haven't had time. School is coming to an end, so I got like.
I'm catching up on them YouTube videos.
Dude, I haven't even attempted to think about YouTube yet. I tried today, but haven't had time.
You squeaked that one in.
I squeaked like 1.5. I finished one, and then I finished Mr. Sunday Movies, but I haven't even watched his 10 Things You Missed About the It Chapter 2 trailer.
Oh God, yeah.
Or it's 11. I think he does 11.
Did you know that he doesn't have an origin? Oh my God, we get it. We made it.
We didn't read the Bible of horror books.
Yeah.
Nothing really. School's almost done, so I'm excited about that. The guys are coming down, so hopefully we can do a video or something with them.
We need to hang out with Amanda and Ariel. Play some Rock Band with them.
Rock Band.
Have they met Jacob or David? One of them?
I think they met both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andretti's.
Yeah. So yeah, we should definitely do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch.
We
did Twitch. I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah, links are in the description. That's been all updated. It was kind of hope we could have streamed today, make it like a weekly thing, but obviously today was our movie day.
Yeah, I think we should do Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Let's do Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, or tomorrow.
Maybe Tuesdays.
Maybe.
Make it a weekly thing.
Yeah.
It would be nice if it could be a weekend so Matt could stay up a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Saturday or Sunday, but because you work at 11 on the weekdays.
Yeah.
At earliest.
Yeah.
So even if you go to bed 1 at 2, it's not terrible.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So we'll try to do it at least once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it will just be 2 of us, or 3 of us, or maybe 1 of us if there's that much entertainment. But
it's literally just you eating food.
Yeah, pretty much. Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun with doing that live stream before, so we just got to work on our quality.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was because I was playing a GameCube and it wasn't a 1080, but I went up to 5.0 megabits, hit stream, no problem, did it right away.
Really?
So maybe I'll try doing it with a game that actually runs at 1080 as a test run. Maybe Elgato is just
piece of shit. Honestly, could be the case.
Fun fact, Elgato doesn't like you using a Mac and not its broadcasting service if you're using their capture card.
It's pretty
Makes
annoying.
sense, right? That like it works perfectly for their program, but not other ones.
Also, 170 guys. I said 570 guys. Not 170, 570.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thanks.
pretty awesome.
We've been getting a lot of hate over some of these reaction videos because we're super uneducated, I guess. And we just hit these niche fan bases.
But nobody has even commented on the Cats trailer besides our friends.
You know, that just means our friends are just cat people.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine.
That's fine.
But yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah,
for
thanks a
these
lot.
new fans, if you're sticking around.
If you're sticking around while listening to this podcast.
You know what? Just might as well check. Maybe there's a 571. Say something so it's not dead silence.
Moment of truth. Are we doing this? Load.
This is very anticlimactic.
I don't know anymore. Oh my God.
570 flat.
Okay, no, we didn't.
It's
But
okay.
we didn't lose anybody. Knock on wood.
It's just entertaining.
I think. Are we doing a 500 sub thing?
Yes.
Is that dead in the
Yes.
Whatever happened to our new channel intro video?
Well, I want to do the celebration first.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the intro will come out after that.
All right. Well, we gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when Matt gets back Wednesday.
Yes, with the guys.
Could do it with
Maybe.
the guys.
Maybe some improv stuff. Maybe we'll try not to laugh.
But yeah, I think on that note, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do homework, so always gotta do homework. Always push it off
sucks.
for the last minute.
I mean, you didn't have time. Well, I guess. No, you're on vacation.
I really didn't have time to do
Yeah.
it.
So you didn't really push it off
No.
on
Well,
purpose.
this has been Andrew,
And this is Caleb.
and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.